Alright, hey guys, now sorry if there are wind noises. I have a fan going behind me because it's like 30 degrees. And yeah, so, maybe I should start recording my videos up here. This is nice. Very nice, bright lighting from my fluorescent right here. And quite a bit of space, outlets. And there's my Emerson radio, and there's a little alarm clock. And yeah, and I've got my coils over there. And, well, my elder coils, my plasma balls, and my devices, components box, and that's a black light. And yeah, there's my messy old electronics table there. It's covered in crap. I gotta clean it. I haven't in a while because I haven't found any motivation. But yeah, this is my new Tesla coil. Well, it's not new at all. It's probably from 50 years ago, if not older. And yeah, it looks quite homemade. And this is a 120 volt Sparkgap Tesla coil. This is much different than those. Completely different type. Very loud, as you can hear. And yeah. So, I got this from, well, you can probably guess, Mr. Murphy, because he found it in his room. But this one, he's giving it to me not because he doesn't have a use for it. He would actually really like to have this, but he's not allowed to have it in the school. It's too dangerous. Having something with this many volts around a bunch of silly teenagers is probably not a good idea. So yeah, if he gets caught using this with the students, he gets in trouble. And I'm the only one who knows how to use it without dying, so he gave it to me. So, this is your toroid, this is ground, this is your high voltage transformer, this is the actual coil, it's your primary winding, your secondary winding, it's a ratio 4 to something 100, and we got our two capacitors and our spark gap switch. So yeah, I'm gonna remove this and then take this off. As usual, quite difficult with only one hand. This is held on by those things underneath screws, so you gotta push this inwards and pull it off. And here we go. So yeah, we've got many windings here, and then not so many windings here. And yeah, these are 1000 volts DC, 0.047 microfarad. And here is our spark gap switch. And yeah, so this generates a crazy high voltage from this stuff, and then that crazy high voltage goes through the spark gap switch and through these capacitors into the primary coil. And then that goes around the secondary coil, and one wire of the secondary goes into just goes right back into the thing somewhere, not sure where, and the other end goes out this, which is the toroid. That little screw there is ground. That's connected to the ground wire of this. And yeah, this metal rod plugs in there. And yeah, so this can make an arc about that distance, maximum. So yeah, it's definitely not a bad coil. It makes a lot of power. It's very scary, very loud, very dangerous. And yeah, I like how this is transparent. It's so cool. You can see everything going on without needing to take it apart and risk being shocked by mains, or even worse than mains. But yeah. So this has no transistors, no nothing, just two transformers, a couple capacitors, and a little adjustable gap. And yeah, it is pretty crazy, man. So, I'm gonna I'm going to disconnect this. Oh my god, that's way too bright. Lower that down, man. There we go. Oh, come on. It's so hot and my hands are all sweaty. So now, let's turn you back up. There we go. It's pretty nice. Oh, when that's on maximum, it's really hard to turn. But yeah, so I'm gonna lower the brightness here again. I don't want to leave this going constantly for too long because I don't know what's going to happen. It'll probably be fine, but I don't want to risk anything. So yeah, that's the inside of this. It's pretty cool. Adjust the intensity with the spark gap. And yeah, very simple machine that makes crazy freaking effects. So I'm going to grab my plasma ball here. My big one. It's just so cool, man. It's so cool. I love this thing. It's one of those things that I'm really interested in. Tesla coils. Such a simple device, but so cool. Such little parts can create such an awesome machine. I've got my little one here. That's kinda broken. I gotta fix that. So neat. What a find, man. Out of all the things Mr. Murphy let me have, I'm so glad he let me have this. This is definitely one of the better things we've found there. And yeah, I'm still quite scared to touch it, even knowing it's perfectly safe when it's off.